is neck and neck right now as many states are finishing up voting.
We have the latest updates on that, as well as your local and state elections.
And just to give you an update on some of the winners so far as the voting has closed, John Bozeman has won the U.S. Senate seat once again. French Hill has won the U.S. Congress in District 2 once again. And Joe Ferrer, while the voting has not yet closed for him, it looks like he will be winning that seat as well. There was also an update to the Bald Knob Alderman position where Chuck Bradford has taken the lead.
And to give you an update on your ballot measures, Issue 1, the amendment to the Arkansas Constitution about elections, has passed. Issue 2, concerning the amendment for the governor to retain their powers when absent from the state, has passed. Issue 3, the amendment to the Arkansas Constitution concerning job creations, has passed. And Issue 6, concerning medical marijuana, is very neck and neck right now. We'll give you an update on that if we get it in before the show ends.
Right now, Caitlin Parrott is reporting from the Searcy Courthouse, and she is covering our local election coverage here in White County.
What do you have for us, Caitlin?
For those of you just turning in, I'm Caitlin Parrott.
Thank you, Caitlin. HU 16's Kelly Christopher gave us a special look at voting in Rosebud this morning.
Take a look at this small local town hitting the polls.
When headed to the polls in Rosebud,
Katie McDonald is in the studio to give us one last update on the state election coverage.
What final update can you give us, Katie?
The last hour, we took a lot at Issue 1 on the Arkansas ballot, which is 1 out of the 4 issues Arkansans voted on. And the 4th issue on the ballot is Issue 6. Issue 6 is an amendment to the state constitution that would legalize the medical use of marijuana for the state of Arkansas. HU 16's Josh Robinson has more on the issues Arkansans saw on their ballots today.
The first issue, Issue 1, will increase the...
That's all the information I have here for you on the state election. Back to the desk with Bo and Grace.
And once again, just a reminder that 3 of the issues, 1, 2, and 3, have been passed, and Issue 6 is too close to call right now.
Absolutely, and it's the most controversial one out of the whole group because this has been an issue that's been on the last couple of elections, and to see it this neck and neck right now at 52 to 48% is pretty interesting to watch right now. Well, after the break, Jack Allen has the latest on our national election update of the night.
Keep it here.
From 15 Republican candidates and 2 Democratic ones to a final battle between a career politician and a self-branded outsider, this election has been anything but ordinary. CNN walks us back through this political season.
I hope I can earn your support.
Apologizes for anything to anyone.
In the race for 270, Donald Trump has been nothing short of
the entire primary calendar. Finally, on June 6th, media accounts indicated Clinton had enough delegates and superdelegates to be the Democratic nominee. She acknowledged the achievement the following night, 8 years to the day she ended her first presidential bid.
And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling.
But Sanders hung in, arguing the Democrats' superdelegate mechanism was stacked in Clinton's favor.
This election has taken too many turns for anyone to really keep up with. Whether it's been emails, sexual assault allegations, Trump saying 2 Corinthians, it's not been a normal election by any standards. But this isn't the first time that elections have gotten a little out of hand. HU 16's Neil Zarang has a story about some other weird elections of the past.
Have you ever seen an election this crazy before?
No, never. I've been through a lot. Obama's came.
Now, earlier in the week, I sat down with Harding professor Dr. Brazil.
Here's what he had to say about this year's election and the voting process.
I'm an associate professor of political science. I teach courses in elections, political parties, a lot of things dealing with political behavior. I teach research methods for our political science.
Now, thank you for watching HU 16 live election coverage.
And remember to watch us anytime, anywhere on the link at streaming.harding.edu.
2 communities are cleaning up after Twister's touchdown.
In Harding, students get the chance to say thanks. Your HU 16 news starts right now.
Good evening. Welcome to HU 16 Live at 5. I'm Michaela Twig.
And I'm Josh Robinson. The communities of Higginson and Kensett are reeling from last night's tornadoes and severe weather.
Here are the latest details from emergency management officials. The National Weather Service confirmed that the storm damage in Higginson is the result of an EF1 tornado. Wind speeds were clocked at 110 miles per hour.
Weather officials also confirmed that the damage in Kensett is the result of an EF2 tornado. Wind speeds there clocked at 115 miles per hour. White County Emergency Management says 3 people were injured and taken to the hospital. There's no word on the severity of their injuries. And the storm sirens began in White County last night around 6:30 when the National Weather Service declared a tornado warning. The warning lasted about an hour.
No serious damage or injuries were reported on the Harding campus or in Searcy proper. However, it was a very different story to the east of Highway 67. We begin our coverage tonight with Bo Smith, who toured the damage in Higginson right after sunrise.
Guys, I am here in the town of Higginson, and with just this town being populated by currently being cleaned up, all we can do is just send our prayers to Higginson and also help them clean up their town. Guys, back to you.
This morning at 9 o'clock, National Weather Service officials showed up to assess the damage and determine whether indeed the storms were tornadoes.
We continue our coverage with HU16's Brandon M. Law.
Last night,
going towards the Floyd, Higginson, Center Hill, Searcy area.
with much of White County under.
Arkansas was not alone in the threat last night. More than 20 tornadoes were reported across the Midwest.
Communities in Missouri, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, and other states are also assessing damage and preparing for what could be another round of severe weather. CNN's Diane Gallagher has more.
Updating our top story tonight, the towns of Higginson and Kensett are cleaning up and assessing the damage following last night's tornadoes.
We have some time-lapse footage of the storm rolling in as seen from the Harding Baseball Stadium. Late today, the National Weather Service confirmed that tornadoes touched down in Higginson and Kensett. The tornado was designated an EF2 in Kensett with the wind speed estimated at 115 miles per hour.
In Higginson, the tornado was designated an EF1 with the wind speed estimated at 110 miles per hour. White County emergency management officials say 3 people were transported to the hospital last night. There's no word on the severity of their injuries.
We also have not received an official tally for exactly how many homes, businesses, and other structures were damaged, but at the height of the storm, Energy noted nearly 1,200 buildings without power. And again, no damage was reported on the Harding campus or in the Searcy city limits.